I'm Tilla Goldberg, Director of Product Design and Brand Spaces at Ippolito Flights Group. We are a big multidisciplinary design team working in interior design, product design, communication design, have a big range of all kinds of very different projects all over the world. This is the office in Stuttgart. This is the headquarters in Germany. We also have an office in Berlin and an office in Shanghai. Design to me is a beautiful discipline that mainly has the aim to inspire and amaze people. So I see myself as somebody who tries to go beyond people's expectations when they come to us and ask us to design a space or a product. We would always try to really think about where can we go with it in the future? Where does that lead us to? If we really turn the wheel 2 times more than everybody would expect, where does that bring us to? And the most beautiful moments in design are when your client or the end consumer says, wow, I've never seen anything like that ever before. And it really stays in your memory for a long time. And you will tell your grandchildren about it. That's why we are doing it in the first place. The basic idea of Wonderwall came from an observation we all make right now, that urban living is becoming more and more dense. We have lots of people moving into cities. We have very small flats and homes. So more or less the footprint for each person in the city becomes smaller, and we have to really react onto that in interior design. So the more condensed the space for living, the more we need to analyze what's necessary for living, what kind of furniture do we need. And the idea that evolved from that was mainly to use surfaces that are already there in a living space. So why not try to use the wall as a functional, much more functional space or surface? That was, let's say, the initial spark where we thought, that could actually be a really nice idea if we just make a second surface in front of the wall and we more or less use that as a structure to put shelves in, to put electricity in, to create a system that actually puts a new intelligence onto the surface of the wall. That could be a really beautiful idea, and we started to explore into that, and that's more or less the first initial spark that then ended in a product like Wonderwall. I think Wonderwall is not a product as we know it. It's not a table, it's not a chair, it's not a simple object as many of the objects we actually see in interior design. It tries to be a bit more than that. That's also why we try to make it modular. So the intelligence here lies in, we take a surface that's already there and we more or less create a double space, and the surface can be as big as it wants. Since it's very modular, you can configure it in very small sizes or in like really big surfaces, and you can configure lots of different add-ons. Furniture should grow with your life as well, or should be able to adapt to people's lives. So I think one of the main intentions when we created Wonderwall was to bring softness into space. The product, as you can see, the wavy surface was inspired by the curtain folds that you would usually have. It creates like a nice soft surface. The materials you can choose from to create that surface are all related to an acoustic quality, to a very haptic quality. So the idea here is to really try and make a very living space out of, or a living surface out of that surface of the furniture that it creates. In terms of material choice, sustainability always plays a big role as well. So we have a metal grid as a substructure, as a skeleton on the wall, which is very long lasting. If you throw it away, it's metal, so it can be recycled. And the material choices for the layer in the front are wood or recycled PET felt, which is made from water bottles and has this really nice, very dense, also very acoustically impactful quality. One of the main motivations really to try and create an object like that was to really add to a homey atmosphere in space. And if you think that could be part of an office, or it could be part of a hotel, it could be a home office situation, it can be in a living room, it sort of creates an idea of of softness, which I think works really well. And it does not try to be an art piece. It is a piece of furniture, but it's on the wall. The spaces we had in mind when we were thinking about Wonderwall in all its different extents, starting really small with a module that could be like a little wardrobe in the hallway when you enter your flat, or in the living room where you put your TV and you have some racks to put your little bookshelves and vases or collected items through your life. The modularity really allows for all kinds of different situations and very individual designs to say, okay, I love this surface, I love this color combination. Or maybe after a couple of years, you might want to change it and say, I'm just going to change the surface to a new one.